everyone, Lisa Enos here with another Updo video. This is the one we're going to do today. It's just figure 8 loops. Super fast, super easy. Okay, I'm going to show you my sectioning. Okay, it's just a 3 ponytail section, okay, and you want to start pretty high at the crown to give you a little bit of height. And then you want to make sure you do diagonal partings, that way you don't have any scalp showing, okay? And then the front section is just a triangle parting off to the side. So this is how we're going to start. We're going to start with the middle ponytail. So I'm just going to get this top one up and away. And then all we're going to do is make sure that we have a smooth ponytail. Make sure it's nice and smooth through here, and all we're going to do is create a figure 8 loop. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. So you just want to put your finger down to the side and then flip that loop up over and up over the band. All right, so then when we get that nice and secure, when we have that where we want it, we start to secure it. I just hold it with my hand. I use these big bobby pins, and I'm just going to go and start just pushing these down and just really secure, especially in those places where I have the most hair. Then I really want to anchor that. Okay, so I just want to anchor that down through there. And I'm just going to pin it until I feel like it's secure enough where I could take my hand away and it's not going to fall out of that loop. Okay, so then I'm just going to take this end here. We're just going to create this like infinity knot or this figure 8 loop right through here, okay? So I'm just going to hold that and get those ends smooth. And I'm just going to hold that and pin it until I feel like that is secure. So I'm going to go through just with my pins. I don't open my pins, but I do tend to do a weave. Just to weave it in and out so it'll hold really secure for me, and this gives you this really pretty loop. All right, so I'm just going to go in and just like weave it through a little until I feel like that's really going to hold that loop for me. And then I'll go back in just with some hairpins, go up underneath with my hairpins, loop those, and just push them in, and that just gives me that really pretty loop. All right, so then we're going to start with the bottom one, but we're going to go in the opposite direction. That way it gives me more balanced loops. If I go on in the same direction, I'll have a heavy, which is a look too you could do, but you'll end up having a heavy loop on this side and a lighter one on this side. So what we're going to do is just go and do a zigzag looping to just give me more balance. So I'm just going to put my finger here on the opposite direction. I'm just going to hold. I'm just going to pull my loop out how big as I want it, and then I'm just going to hold it until I feel like I'm going to start pinning until I feel like it's secure. Okay, I'm not opening my pins. I will weave them to like I'm sewing, pull them in and out until I feel like I'm really secure on that loop. Through there. All right, and that just gives me that pretty loop. Okay, so then I'm going to take this loop and I'm just going to bring this loop around into a figure 8 or infinity loop. I'm just going to bring that around until I get that. I'm going to hold that in place until I feel like my pins are secure and that it's really holding that for me. And I'm just going to slide them in. I'm going to weave some. That almost feels like it's secure though, just like that. Okay, and any other place I want to go and I want some security, I'm just going to go in with a pin. And I'm just going to pin it down just a little bit more. Until I just get it to where I want it, okay? And that just gives you that really pretty loops, okay? Then we're going to move up to the top. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction on this top that we went on this one. So what I want to do is I just want to place my finger here, make my biggest loop on this side. Okay, I'm just going to get it, kind of structure it the way I want. through here. And I just want to start to pin this and to secure it. And I want to do it, I want to secure it really in my heaviest, where I have the most hair, to really get that secure through there. All right, and then I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to start pinning. Okay, just want to go through. I don't open my pins. I don't want that. I don't want to see any of my pins, so I don't open them. I just want them to grab enough hair that I'll have enough security in there to hold my loop, just like that. All right, and this gives you this really pretty, just swirling loops. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this end here and I'm just going to pull that around. And see, I'm lighter on this end because she's got layers, but I'm just going to pull that, make this pretty loop, and I'm just going to start to pin that. I'm just going to go through and just start to pin. And like I said, don't open your pins. Here I'm going to come up underneath with my hairpin. I'm going to come up underneath. I'm going to slide that to secure that, just that little piece through there. Okay, and that just gives you that beautiful swirl effect. Now, where I think I might pop out, or if I see any pins, I'm going to go back through and just push them up out of the way. And then I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to start to just secure those just a little bit more through there. And I'm not going to use a lot of spray until the end, because I don't like to use a lot of spray until I'm done, in case I have to change anything or take anything out. Okay, but I do want to make sure that I just go through here and that I just start securing, especially these ends of these loops through here, okay? And you just get this really pretty look. Okay, so then we're going to go to the top. And what I did in the picture is I just did a big S shape through the top there. But what I want to do is I'm going to break this up a little bit, and we're going to do a lot of little S shapes through here. So we're just going to break this top up. I'm just going to grab sections with my fingers, and I'm just going to, like, it's almost like you're pointing and you're holding, and you're just going to let that loop fall, and then you're just going to let that curl take its shape. Okay, so then I'm just going to secure that up underneath with my hairpins. I'm just going to secure those angles down. All right, especially anywhere I have a bend on here. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to take this underneath, and I'm just going to slide it through the base right there. I'm going to slide this through the base just to hold. I'm going to go this way. Just to hold my shape, and I'm going to weave this in and out to the base, and that's just going to hold my shape just like that up through there. Okay, then I'm going to take another section and I'm just going to start to form all these, and you just want to play with to see where it bends the best. All right, I'm going to put another one through here, and you just start to create this really pretty design with just these S-shaped patterns. And then just find where you can secure this through. See where it lays the best. You always want to go with the bend that it wants to lay in. That way you're not fighting any kind of curl, because eventually that curl will work its way to the way it wants to go. And it'll work its way out. So just find the best pattern that it wants to lay. Okay, I'm going to bring this over just a little bit more through here, because I think that's really pretty. So I'm going to let this come over, and this is where you just kind of want to be organic with it and just see, you know, it's where your artistry comes in, and where you can just start to have, just see where it lays the best, where it looks really pretty. Work with it the way it wants to go. I'm just going to go in here and start securing these. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to break this up again, but like two more here. I'm going to just break this piece up. Okay, I want to just see if I can lay this just a little bit over, just a little bit more. on that and bring that, see if I can get, see that wants to bend over that way. So I know that's going to fight me, so I don't want to fight it. So I'm going to bring it a little bit more this way and then up and over this way. Okay. And if you'll just do that, you won't fight with curl. And then it'll stay where you want it to in the design. Okay, let's just pin this a couple more places. Through here, and just getting this really pretty design. Now you can leave a piece hanging like this if you want. I'm just going to go in there and we're just going to finish off these S curls. But you know, you got to be your own just a visual artist, you know, and see how you want this design to go. And then just play with these shapes through here. And just see where you can get this to bend and lie and the best way it's going to stay. Okay, so we're going to go right through there. I'm just going to go up underneath these pieces and slide them to the base. Just like that. Okay, so I want a little bit of height through here, so I'm just going to start to play with this just a little. I'm just going to pull these just a little through here. Okay, now if I see a pin, after I've done that, I'm going to take that pin out, just like that, and then go back in with it. Because I don't like to see pins in a hair design. But then, so then I really like the way this is looking. So I'm going to go in and just really start to secure this. Anywhere I think that it's going to need a lot of support, that I know that it's not going to fall. So I'm just going to go through here, just start underneath, and I'm just going to, that with your hairspray, and then I'm just going to, I want a little height here, so I'm just going to spray that just a little bit higher up through here. Just like that. And then that just gives me a really beautiful design through here, all through here. And it's just super, super easy. And you guys can be as creative as you want to be through this technique. You could do a big, just one big infinity loop bun just down here. You can do 2, you can do 4 or 5, you can do as many as you want. But this just gives you this really pretty texture on the top with all these loops too. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.